Made in Hollywood.
Getting through high school can be pretty tough.
And apparently having superpowers doesn't make it any easier. Tom Holland stars as a young Peter Parker in the web-slinging adventure, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Hi, I'm director John Watts.
I'm Tom Holland.
And you're watching Made in Hollywood.
Please check out this scene from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I get to keep the suit?
Of course. Doesn't fit me. Just don't do anything I would do. And definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
One of my favorite moments in this movie is seeing him vlog. A really epic moment. Because I felt like I could relate to it. You know, I Snapchat everything. So I feel like if I were Spider-Man, I would have done the same thing. But if you were to see one of your other co-stars vlog his or her experience of making this movie, who would you want to see? Like, whose point of view would you want to watch?
I think Jacob's.
Yeah.
I really
do.
Jacob Batalon, who plays Ned Leeds in the movie, this is really his first big movie.
It's his
first movie
ever.
So his experience to me must have been really amazing, and I would love to know what it felt like.
The best thing about Jacob is he rapped on the movie like he was finished filming, but he moved in with me. Like he didn't leave. He just yeah. So it was. I would love to have seen it through his eyes. Yeah.
Hey, where are you going? What are you hiding, Peter?
Because if we were to see your two's point of views, what do you think they would be saying behind the scenes?
The two of us?
Yeah.
I think it would be very different.
Yeah. Or be realistic, might be some type of conspiracy theory
Exactly.
about what's really going on.
What's really happening
But I
here.
feel like she, if anyone does know and could figure it out, it would be my character.
If we were to see kind of Aunt May's point of view, if she were to be vlogging what her experience was during this movie, what do you think that vlog would be like?
That's hilarious. You mean like, how was my apple pie today?
Underoos!
Hey everyone.
What was your reaction when you first came into this huge franchise?
I was a little overwhelmed, actually, and that day on that set of Captain America: Civil War, Downey really had to say, okay, this is how it works. This is what happens. We improv a lot, and we do this and we do that, and then this is the way that the installments work, and the cycle of the way the films come out. It was, I happened to have been overseas. I was actually in Paris at the time when this all happened, and I was on set within a week, so I didn't really, I had to catch up really quickly.
The world's changing, boys. Time we change too.
I think that everyone is a fan of Spider-Man. I mean, I remember watching the cartoons every Saturday morning with my brother. So when this movie came around and you were hired as the director and you were cast as Spider-Man, what were your reactions?
I went insane. I went absolutely nuts. It was the most surreal feeling of my life. The fact that people started to call me Spider-Man was just insane. Spider-Man's been my favorite character since I was a kid. I've been playing him in my bedroom since I was... My brother Paddy still has my Spider-Man bed sheets. Like, I was a huge fan, so the fact that I'm here today promoting our very own Spider-Man movie is insane.
I really didn't think I was going to get the job at all until the very, very, very end of the process. So when I finally did find out, it blew my mind. You work so hard to get something, and then you finally get it, and you're like, okay, now this is really a lot of responsibility. I better get to work.
Listen, Peter, forget the flying monster guy. There are people who handle this sort of thing.
I'm sick of him treating me like a kid.
But you are a kid.
For any of you Spider-Man for Halloween, have you ever worn a Spider-Man costume? I've probably worn like 2 Spider-Man costumes in my life. And Venom.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I have either because I think when I did this thing in school, is like if I wanted to dress up as something, I would do something that was realistic so I could keep the clothes later for school. So
you can wear it.
Exactly.
I went to a fancy dress party dressed up as Spider-Man and then found out when I got there that it wasn't a fancy dress party. I was the only one dressed up.
How does it compare to the new Spider-Man costume, the real costume?
The one that I wore at the fancy dress party was actually more comfortable.
I'm sure it was much more comfortable.
Was the Spider-Man costume in this movie not comfortable? I assume that it was just kind of like stretchy material, kind of like wearing leggings.
It's not very stretchy.
No.
It's not breathable. It's very dense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
it
never
looks
worn it in a
amazing.
long time,
It looks amazing.
It looks great, feels terrible.
Don't mess with me. Because I will kill you and everybody you love.
It laughs so many times during this movie. Have you seen the entire film?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I think it's great. I think everyone should see it on the big screen.
For my full uncut interview with Tom Holland and director John Watts, head on over to our YouTube channel, Made in Hollywood TV, and don't forget to subscribe while you're there.
Made in Hollywood.